What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Don't violate your principles for an attractive woman when you know you won't do it for an average woman. Yeah, don't violate your principles, yo. Yeah, because, some interesting phenomenon I've seen for decades. You ever see that guy, if it's an average-looking woman, average body, her breasts are all right. Her butt donk is, might not be existent. And the dude will be super cool around her. Shit. In fact, you got a group of men I label poon hounds. And they've been labeled poon hounds by other people, but the way I say it, they don't care where their ding-a-ling goes. Right? And they'll get that average woman and, act like Mr. Goodbar for her. Then they keep their cool, ain't put up with no shit from her. But I've seen those same men, when they get around an attractive woman, like a consensusly attractive woman, notice I said consensus. You know how I feel about that, using that word objective. But consensusly, like most guys gonna see that woman as fine, like she pretty. Like if people rate her, they rate her like in the 8 to 10 range. That same dude who was real cool around that average looking woman lose their mind around that beautiful woman. I've seen guys, they couldn't even speak anymore. They couldn't even speak. I remember I was working on this one job and there was this real beautiful youngin' and stuff. And this other youngin', he was like super cool. He was like the super cool dude. He'd get around her like, I couldn't speak. He'd be smooth around the average looking women. I seen that dude, he'd be smooth, be sitting back talking to him and everything. You put him around this one beautiful woman, he couldn't even speak to her. And I've seen that happen a lot. Look, the worst thing a man does is put a beautiful woman on such a pedestal. Yeah, she fine. Yeah, she got your joint hard, but you treat her normal. And this the game, just treat her normal. Don't try to put her down or something. See, some guys, they try to put her down, but see, that's a sign of nervousness too. Just talk to her. She got like a lot of good sense with her. She got a whole lot of good sense with her. She probably got some. She probably ain't an airhead, Because I remember some beautiful women introduced me to science fiction. We're into comic books, I remember this Argentinian woman, man. When we talked, all we talked about, she was fine as shit, but all we talked about was politics. She go deep into politics and stuff. She sit there. PhD woman who really wanted to be a stripper and shit. There's some fine ones, but you get them by just treating them average. Just treat them the same way. Maintain your cool. See, a lot of men violate their own standards, their own principles, just because that woman happened to be pretty. In fact, I even had a guy try on my Patreon, and I don't mind saying this. I will use this as an example as long as I think about it, as long as it comes up. He tried to justify spending money on a beautiful woman, because you know how I am about spending money on women, right? You know how I am. I'm against that whole tricking thing, but you had some guy trying to say, well, she was fine, she was beautiful. So what? See, here's the thing you gotta remember with beautiful women. Okay, yeah, they were genetically blessed, or, they were swans or something, or they worked towards. Okay, you can acknowledge it, but still, they still human beings. They still fought the same way you do. They still got needs. They still got insecurities and shit. And in fact, all you have to do is you don't put them on a pedestal. See, that's the biggest thing. That's something like a lot of nice guys do. They put that woman on a pedestal and she do some bullshit. They won't check her on it. Or they'll let her get away with stuff. And sometimes they'll test you out. What people call them shit tests or something. Sometimes they'll test you out. Because beautiful women, let me tell you something with them. First of all, they do feel entitled. Let me shout out Sadia Khan. Shout out that young lady. She's always talking about that. And she was talking about how, very attractive women feel entitled. That's because there's always a man going to buy them something and all of that stuff. But then one thing I found with them, they will pay attention to that man who's not on that simping shit. The man who's real cool with them or ain't putting their beauty on a pedestal. See, understand something. Women like that, I say, except for the swans. And the swans are those women who built themselves up to be beautiful. But those were a lot of bad, beautiful women. They used to a man chasing them and going crazy, doing all this stuff, staring at them and everything. They used to it. It happens. Because I've known several. And, you know, I think one of the things I've never been really pressed about them because, you know, I'm just be honest. I had several women in my family who are very beautiful. Shit. All of them in their 50s now and stuff can still go for their 30s. In fact, one even lies about her age on a regular and still be getting young boys trying to get at her. You know? She lies about her age. I say, well, just tell them how old you are. They ain't gonna believe you, but still. You know, they grandparents and shit and still looking young. So to me, a beautiful woman is just somebody who messes with your comic book collection. So that was actually teach, because if you can be cool around your cousins, I just say, well, you know, I'm used to beauty. Hell, my mother used to model and stuff. My grandmother, when she was in her 60s, could go for her 30s. It was like, man, whatever, you know? But see, a lot of guys don't have that. They see that beautiful woman immediately, and they make assumptions, put her on a pedestal. Look, you don't worry about none of that. You just be who you gonna be. You know what I mean? You just be who you gonna be. Keep your cool. Because, see, here's the thing about these beautiful women. They still want what other women want, no matter what you hand in them. They still want that dude that they're going to click with, they connect with, who will let them be free. You know, who they can talk about their comic book collection. Because I remember it was that TV show, The X-Files. You know how deep that shit was. It was a woman told me, check that out. Very beautiful woman. She in her 50s and get past for her 30s now. In fact, she was the first person to really support me in writing and everything. You know? That messed them other ones. They had a range of personalities. So one of the things in clicking with a woman, period, is just having a personality that clicks. But see, a lot of guys, they don't show that. They show what they think. They'll spend all this money on a woman and try to behave in such a way they think they'll get her. Or they'll think, well, she out of my league. And you know, she could be. Actually, she could be. Because but here's a little trick. Here's a little trick. Your mind has to be right. If your mindset is right, you realize this is just an ordinary female. This is an ordinary woman. She got ordinary needs and stuff. And just have a quick conversation to see if she clicks with your needs and everything. Boom. That's why you do get some average looking guys be getting the women. They ain't scared of the women. See, a lot of dudes, they scared. And even when I talk about my book, Nice Guys and Players, really, it's focused on really getting attractive women. Because let's be real, everybody want that. They don't want the average woman who, you know, might actually click with them, might be more cooperative. At least when they're young, right? At least when a man is young. Okay. But what happens a lot of times when a man meets that type of woman? You know, he puts on that pedestal. She a goddess. He don't mind tricking and stuff. In fact, he'll justify tricking. I'm like, man, she just regular, man. She okay, she fine. Yeah, she gets your shit hard. But you don't be going crazy. Because I've talked to a lot of those women. They be talking about they going on dates, the guy acting stupid or they can't chill. You know, they be wanting some peace. I remember when I was at school at American, I saw this very beautiful Hispanic young lady. She was walking. I knew her because, you know, and everything. And the reason why she was even walking, because I just gave her a ride to campus. And she was walking because she said the bus driver, now we had like a little shuttle service, was acting funky with her. He's trying to hit on her. So she ended up having to walk. And so I got in the car, and I never forget, she held my hand. And it wasn't a romantic thing, but I was just kind of chill. She could tell. Like yesterday on my couch video, I talked about her vibe. She could feel my vibe. Like I was like, yeah, she fine. And she was cool. She was real cool. I remember she was hanging out with me and a couple other brothers. She was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. she was rolling with us. Oh, man. But we would just chill with her. And she was just chilling with us. We ain't put her on a pedestal or anything. You know? There were quite a few women like that. Because, you know, other than, it just all a man has to do to really think about it. Forget her genetics. Yeah, she got a bunch of guys. But see, well, it just really hit me why a bunch of guys would be worried. A lot of guys don't feel good about themselves. So they feel like, yeah, this Chad or Tyrone or this rich guy or this Pookie or Ray Ray will get her. And they don't know. Unless you've seen the woman specifically talk to the woman and know this is what she likes, this is what she's going to go for, you don't know. Plus, you don't know how she sees you. You know? And you need to do that. In fact, and I'm going to tell you what. It's no, like I still say in general, you stay in your lane and stuff, you'll get the women in general. But, you know, if you're in a position to talk to that fine woman, shoot your shot. Worst she can do is tell you no. Seriously. Worst she can do. Plus, you don't know. She could have been a swan, so she might like whatever you present. She could have been her imprint you could match her imprint. First guy she was going out with looked just like you. You don't know. And that's the thing, though. See, a lot of guys, they don't start out putting her on a pedestal. You know? See what she about. You know, she might be that type to make you a sandwich or something. You don't know. See, too many people put these very beautiful women on that pedestal. I'm like, man, I gotta stop that shit. Yeah, I gotta stop that, because that's not helping you. And especially, like I started out talking about guys, you know, they can be player around those average looking women, and you get some of them, that's what they tearing up. Okay, that's cool. But then act stupid around a beautiful woman. It's like, no. The same way you act around the average looking woman, act around a beautiful woman. Have the same thing. I don't care how beautiful she is. I mean, you can acknowledge she got nice hair. You can acknowledge her, but don't be on some, oh, she's so beautiful, I got to change up my behavior. No, don't change up shit you don't like. Shoot. I remember one beautiful woman, she had actually placed in a beauty contest back in the day. She had placed in a beauty contest. And she wasn't, she actually said that. She said, you know what, Ron, you mess with me like I'm just regular. I like that. I'm like, okay. And she was roll out of bed beautiful. Shoot, I was real cool with another woman who had placed in a Miss America pageant back in the 90s. She had placed in a Miss America. And I was like, in fact, I don't know, I wasn't as pressed. I must not have been pressed. Because I was like, she was in Miss America? Okay. See, that's one thing. See, one thing with men, here's a little trick, too. A lot of there's very very, very few roll out of bed beautiful women. Most of overwhelming majority of women are average. No, maybe above average. The overwhelming majority. And one thing with the beautiful woman, okay, if she got those genetics where she just look all good, a lot of times she just wants somebody gonna talk to her regular. I remember when I was doing sales at this particular gym, I had signed up this whole office. And I signed up this, there was one woman who signed up too. She was in the office, but they didn't like her. I actually heard the women say, "Nah, we don't like her. She looked like a life-size Barbie." That's that one I've told that joke a couple times about a woman who was a professional dog trainer too. And she would use the word bitch in its proper context. And she would always say bitch. Yeah, y'all remember that joke I shared, man. We and her were talking, and she said this male dog tried to mate with a female dog, you know, but the female dog wasn't in heat. So she said the bitch killed him. It's like, oh shit. She was cool, because you know what it was with me. everybody was acting all funky, and she come in there. Part of my job was to customer service the customers. I would just talk with her regular. I mean, she was about to get married and everything. It was cool. I wasn't trying to hit on her. Me and her would just have regular conversations. Because there was a period I stopped working there. That's another story. I stopped working there. Well, I'll just say I had to have more money. She actually, I found out she would ask about me. Say, hey, how Rom doing? I was like, okay. But, just treat her normal. Like, well, fellas, when you meet that beautiful woman or something, just talk to her normal. Because a lot of times she don't get that. She don't get that. She don't get a guy who's just going to be like, just chill with her and everything. And be sincerely chill. Don't be like trying to do that friendship thing. They can read that, because one thing about beautiful women, one thing about them, they done had everything tried. Since they were young, or whenever they reached that threshold, whenever they reached that 8 to 10 threshold, they've had every type of game thrown at them. Everybody trying to holler, even probably some lecherous uncles and cousins trying to holler at them and stuff. You start talking to them, you start asking them. They'll say, yeah, their cousin tried to make them forget or something like that. They done had it all. Hell, sadly, some of them might have been abused as children, sadly. They done had everything. You just come off. The key with them is just to come off like cool, but not like their brother either. Like, you still let them know you see them in a sexual manner. You say, yeah, you're a very beautiful woman. Getting that look up and down, let them know. But then, talk to them, find out what's up. Listen to them. Let them open up. Get them free. Let them be free around you. They say some crazy shit, just go with it, unless it's just something that just totally goes against your principles. Now, if a woman say something that totally go against your principles, let her know. Let her know. And if it's a point of contention where y'all probably can't get together, okay. Be like respect and let her move on. Don't trip over. Seriously. Don't trip over that beautiful woman. See, a lot of guys do that, and a lot of guys complaining, but and like I alluded to earlier, what it is with a lot of guys is they don't feel good about themselves. But remember, I don't care how beautiful the woman is, I don't care how shapely she is, whatever she got going on, she's still human. She wants somebody. Don't assume she just want one type of guy. Now, if somebody come on here and say, no, that's all she want, that you telling me that you're insecure. Because you don't know. You don't know. Like, I keep thinking of them. Like, I remember this real fine woman, young lady. She probably had the best legs I ever seen on a human female. I seen her man, that man, even though she had a tight-ass body, her man had a little bit of gut on him. But he probably shot his shot. And that's, treat them normal. Now, yeah, they can reject you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's better that you know than you go along thinking about it like, man, that's a fine-ass woman and stuff. Because trust me, there's been some women, well, they were fine, but they had boyfriends, so I ain't go hard when I think back to it. Yeah, God damn, everybody turned. Go past all these calls. Yeah, but yeah, you gotta really, what you really want to do as a man is really, first of all, have that relationship with yourself. You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, well, hold up, I got this, and this. Got the body game, letting the barber bless me, dealing with acne on my face, fixing my teeth. Fix yourself up. Because like I said, a lot of women, if you can fix yourself up to, even though women don't use numbers, like if you can fix yourself up to a 6, you can get an 8. Because as I said, most women, especially beautiful women, they expect to be the prettier one anyway, so let them be that. You don't have to be. See, that's a beauty of beautiful, like the average looking women, they weird. depends on the woman. But beautiful women in general, as long as you're presentable, that's all you really need to be for them. As long as you're presentable. That's all you really need to be, because they already know they beautiful. They know it, even if they try to be humble about it. A woman know where she's staying. So if a woman knows she in that 8 to 10 range and cool, all you had to do is just be somebody who fix up. Seriously, that's it. Just fix up. You don't have to do anything else or do anything crazy or anything like that. You fix up, you got a shot. As long as you don't got some genetic hurt or something with you, you got a shot. Oh man. But yeah, go ahead. Get my thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just pull in here. Gotta get something from my post office. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, so, yeah, basically, treat them all the same. Take them off that pedestal, you know? And then just know, well, mainly know who you are as a man. Fix yourself up. You can get one of them. Shoot. A lot of times, dudes don't be coming for them the way they should. So, be scared. Don't be scared. Like I always say, they don't bite unless you want them to. All right? So anyway, y'all, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.